The history of the Maldives is a fascinating blend of influences from different cultures and civilizations due to its strategic location in the Indian Ocean. Here's an in-depth look at its history. Early settlements and pre-Islamic period. 1. Early settlers. The Maldives was likely settled around the 5th century BCE by Dravidian people from the Indian subcontinent. The early settlers practiced Buddhism and Hinduism, as evidenced by archaeological remains such as stupas and other religious artifacts. 2. Buddhist era. Buddhism became the dominant religion around the 3rd century BCE and remained prevalent until the 12th century. The Maldivian kings were known to be Buddhist during this period, and many Buddhist archaeological remains have been found across the islands. Conversion to Islam. 1. Introduction of Islam. The Maldives converted to Islam in 1153 CE. According to tradition, a Moroccan traveler named Abu al-Barakat brought Islam to the islands. The conversion was peaceful and led to the establishment of a sultanate. 2. Sultanate period. The Maldives was ruled by a series of sultans who governed under Islamic law. This period saw the construction of numerous mosques and the establishment of Islamic institutions. Colonial era. 1. Portuguese occupation. The Portuguese arrived in the Maldives in the early 16th century and briefly occupied the islands from 1558 to 1573. Their rule was unpopular, and they were driven out by local resistance led by Muhammad Thakurafanu al-Azam, who became a national hero. 2. Dutch and British influence. After the Portuguese were expelled, the Maldives fell under the influence of the Dutch, who controlled much of the Indian Ocean trade. In the 19th century, the British established a protectorate over the Maldives, controlling its foreign affairs while allowing internal autonomy. Path to independence. 1. Independence from Britain. The Maldives gained independence from Britain on July 26, 1965. The Sultanate continued for a few more years until it was abolished in 1968. 2. Republic establishment. In 1968, the Maldives became a republic, with Ibrahim Nasir becoming its first president. The transition marked the end of 853 years of Sultanate rule. Modern era. 1. Tourism development. Starting in the 1970s, the Maldives began to develop its tourism industry, which has become the backbone of the economy. The country's natural beauty, pristine beaches, and luxury resorts attract millions of tourists annually. 2. Political changes. The Maldives has experienced periods of political instability, including the long rule of President Maumoon Abdul Gayoom from 1978 to 2008. In 2008, a new constitution was adopted, and the first multi-party elections were held, leading to the election of Mohamed Nasheed as president. 3. Environmental challenges. The Maldives faces significant environmental challenges due to climate change and rising sea levels, which threaten its very existence. Efforts are being made to address these issues, including international advocacy and domestic policies aimed at sustainability. The Maldives remains a unique and culturally rich nation, with a history that reflects its position at the crossroads of major maritime trade routes and its ongoing evolution in the face of modern challenges.